this road's used every day by the workers inside the powerhouse to access their work sites, do maintenance and repairs, get supplies in and out. And we're also the only company that's authorized to transport our passengers down here for our raft trips.
Wow.
And we escort outfitters down here at 7, 8, and 9 o'clock in the morning to do canoe and kayak trips.
Oh, well,
so this road gets used quite a bit.
I wanted a canoe. What's the difference between canoe and kayak?
If you look on top of that hill across the ravine, you see there's a concrete structure on.
There you go, right there, look.
This is one of the more spectacular sights you'll see down in Colorado today. You got Hoover Dam and the Michael Callahan, Pat Tillman Memorial Bridge.
We flew up there. We were up there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like talking while you're talking, but I'm like,
they're two.
My ears are plugged up.
Two pretty fantastic piece of architecture and engineering accomplishments. The bridge was completed in 2010. It's 900 feet above the water.
Wow.
Spans 2,000 feet across Black Canyon.
Wow.
It's one of the tallest single-arch bridges in the Western Hemisphere. And it was named for former Nevada Governor Michael Callahan and Pat Tillman, who was an NFL football star for the Arizona Cardinals.
I remember Tillman.
Yeah, after 9/11, he gave up his football career to join the Army Rangers, and he was killed in Afghanistan in 2004.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
When we started our trip down Lower Portal Road, I mentioned I'd point out some guardrails were typical of what they had in the 30s. These white wooden posts here is what the guardrails look like. They had them lined up very close together and on the inside and outside the roadways both.
They don't look too
secure. I don't know if they'd keep much from going over
right,
the side.
I was going to say, they don't look too secure.
Just mark the edge of the road for you. And we got a few more here on the left side as we approach the hairpin tunnels. They would haul that material through the tunnel, deposit it on the other side. Now that's all been leveled off and is used as a firing range for the security personnel.
To fire on who?
I tell some of our passengers, I said there's over 1 million people a year go over the dam and take tours of the dam and all that, and only about 2% of that number get to come down here and view it from this angle.
I've never been here.
Pretty special,
so cool.
Pretty special view, I think.
I didn't know that it was going to be like this. Wow. I thought we were going that way. I was like, is that going to raise up?
Just past these tanks on the left here, you see a bit of a waterfall.
Oh my God.
And that's actually a hot springs that runs 24/7. It starts off up there where that overhang is, and that's about 88 degrees Fahrenheit year round.
Wow.
And the water coming out of the bottom of Hoover Dam is 54 degrees Fahrenheit,
really?
About 12 Celsius, so it's a little cool if you think you want to dip your toes in there a little bit later.
No, that sounds cold. 88 sounds great.
Yeah, not too bad.
Look at this. I've never been, oh my gosh. This is
all right, now I need you to keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times.
Oh, look at the on the wall. Did you see it?
What was it? Lizard?
What the hell? So now we gotta go backwards? See, now I knew there was scary stuff going on.
That's the best part.
The worst part of the training for this job is when they made me do this blindfolded. I didn't like it.
Well, you're still here, so obviously you passed.
I passed.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I do have a beautiful office.
I know, I love it. You need an assistant?
Yeah, right? I don't know why.
Beautiful.
And we normally see that on TV.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, the water's gin clear because it comes from the bottom of the lake.
Wow.
It used to be silt and muddy colored.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
One of the reasons why the dam was built was for flood control.
Wow,
and silt control.
Really? I didn't know that.
Secondary reason, because it used to decimate the crops in California.
Oh.
When it flooded, they put this dam in place to take care of that. It regulates the water. They can adjust the flow. Meaning in the wintertime, they can still have an even flow. What's interesting is, in order to build a dam, you first have to divert the river. You notice this tunnel we're pulling up to on the Nevada side here. This is where the water actually was diverted around the job site. That tunnel is 3/4 of a mile long.
Wow.
That was an engineering feat in itself.
Wow.
To dig through the rock all the way around. Right now it's being used as a spillway capacity. The last time it was used, the spillway capacity was in 1983. If you looked at our lake, it's down about 150 feet now.
Wow.
And the time before that was 1941 when it was tested. So it's only been used a couple times, but it is a sight to see when the water does, instead of cresting over the top of the dam, it would these tunnels. What I always find interesting is if you look up on top, that canopy, those small little dots are people.
Where? Oh my gosh,
That
right
shows
there?
you how tall the dam truly is.
That is weird. I would never.
The dam is
thought-
726.4 feet
Those are
tall.
people up there. You probably
And
can't
if
see.
you just look up there to the left of that canopy, those tiny dots, that truly shows you its height.
Wow, I see the
You
dots.
guys do have the best perspective. I like to
I
say that
love
because
it.
the general public cannot get this close.
Right.
We're one of the few companies
Can you
that
see
can
us?
come down and be at the bottom of the dam.
Can they see us? We look like dots too.
Yeah.
I've heard that the inside isn't even hard. I've heard that one.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Because of the cooling pipes that they've used in the construction, in order to build in the desert, you can't let it cure too quickly or it will crack.
Oh, there's a sign over there that says Hoover Dam construction. Damn, but it's not clear on my. It will
This
be.
little bit of concrete that you see on the Nevada side, if you notice up on the Arizona side, you'll see two holes in the canyon wall.
Remember that's Arizona.
That was actually where the first bridge that went across the Black Canyon was built. It was a suspension bridge. I wouldn't like to even walk across it. I seen pictures of it. It had a wood bottom on it. And they used to
Really?
drive 8 to 10 ton dump trucks across
Wow.
it to alleviate all the material from the tunnels and the bottom of the dam.
Boy,
where
they
were
risked a lot.
starting
for
to
money,
construct.
You know, to take care of
Kind of
it.
crazy, that, but they did take it down after the construction of the dam was complete because they no longer needed it. They had a roadway going across the top.
With my hometown, Rochester, New York, we had a wood bridge going across. Well, for many years. Finally, they were going to tear it down, and they had blocked up, nobody could cross over, but people would still cross it, and me too. And you're walking, and you actually can see hundreds of feet down, and you're walking like this here, hoping that you don't fall. You're like,
That's insane.
all because.
And you did it too? I would never.
Yeah, never forget that.
Well, when they built Boulder City, the structure here, they needed a water supply. And this also shows us one of two things. How high the water used to get in the spring used to be all the way up to the top. And in the winter, it used to get all the way down here low to the bottom. Now that they built the dam, they can adjust the flow and keep it at a consistent level. But what they had was a cart that used to ride up and down on this. And they could adjust it with the season. Well, it looks like stairs on the left is actually where a big gear used to ride up and down. But on top is like a silt tank, because the water used to be muddy and full of silt. They would let the silt settle out of the water. And that's why you see our water so clear now, because it has settled in the dams above here. Grand Canyon is actually above us.
What's on the other side of that?
That's what I was wondering.
There's another dam up further upstream.